Hey y'all, Heather here. So, how y'all doing? I am finished switching the colors out. I finally switched to my spring summer colors from my bedroom and master bathroom. I still have some things I need to purchase, but I finally finished that. Did that today. That was a nice little cardio workout. Let me see. Today is Saturday. Happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers on here. And I am in real time about to take these raggedy braids down. They had me in a chokehold, but baby, it's time for these things to go. So while I am taking these things down, I've decided let's chat. Excuse my fan in the background, but I am going through the change of life, so I have to keep that going. So I was sitting and I was thinking, and I was like, you know what? I had cut my hair before I got my, excuse me, guys, out of frame. I cut my hair before I got the braids and I wore it for a week and then got braids. So I'm like, it is time for these braids to go. While I am taking my braids out, I want to talk to you guys about grief. Mother's Day is coming up, and I lost my mother at 7, and I am not particularly looking forward to Mother's Day. I also had, as most of you know, a radical hysterectomy, and I've never had children. And I lost 2 out of 3 of my sisters. So when I think about, oh, I need to redo my nails too. But when I think about Mother's Day, it brings up a lot of different emotions for me. It brings up my grief, not just the grief of losing the loved ones, such as my mom and my sisters and my grandmothers and a lot of my aunts and all of that, but the grief of going through surgery and coming out different. Like, I grieve my uterus, I grieve my cervix, I grieve my ovaries, I grieve my fallopian tubes, I grieve my ability to produce life. We don't talk about that type of stuff on here. I had a double mastectomy with reconstructive surgery, but I don't look the same, and I grieve the look. I grieve my breasts. I didn't want them to be as big as they were. As y'all can see, I had cut my hair before I. This is the shortest it's been in a long time. But I grieve the way they looked. I grieve the fact that my surgery had to be non-nipple sparing. I grieve how I was before the heat flashes and the food aversions. I grieve just, I grieve who I once was. And I realized that change doesn't happen in a comfortable space. I also realized that we are we are in a time where a lot of people are grieving a lot of different things. People are grieving career loss. People have been in their careers for 30 and 40 years and have been pushed out and pushed into retirement, and they were not ready. People's jobs, the doors have closed. I've been in that situation where the doors close and you're trying to figure out your next. And people grieve in a lot of different ways, and I just want you to know that it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to grieve. It is okay if you need time to yourself. What's not okay is staying stuck. You can sit in how you're feeling, but don't stay there, because then you'll get stuck, and before you know it, you don't even know how you got stuck to begin with. And so you have to relive things over and over and over. And it's a unhealthy cycle. So I just want to go here, take out some of these braids, all of these braids, get my life together so that, I'll be all right for the next couple of weeks before I do braids again. But I did want to get on here because I just feel like grief is something we don't really talk about. We equate grief to a physical loss of a loved one, but we don't look at the other side of grief. A loss is a loss, is a loss, is a loss. And whether it is something that you deal with differently than other people, you know, I just want you guys to give yourselves grace, but give other people grace as well, and allow people to grieve and process the way they're going to grieve and process. Okay? Another thing I wanted to talk about was, so I did like a terracotta color in my room. So it's like a terracotta and beigey creamy color. I used what I already had. One thing that I probably want to do is get some, maybe, because I don't know if I want to do the terracotta color blackout drapes. We like blackout drapes around these parts because we like when we're asleep for the sun to not come in and wake us up before we're ready to get up. But I don't know if that would be too much terracotta. So I'm thinking about doing like some little accent terracotta. I don't know, maybe like a small pillow for my rocking chair, or maybe some towels for my master bathroom. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. Oh, y'all, you see all that product build up? Yes, child. But yes, so I am not going to keep you guys while I do all of this, but I just wanted to kind of go through some of it with you and talk. Like, you know, I want to know your guys' take. How do you feel about grief? Do you feel like you're in a position where you have to stay strong and you can't grieve because of whatever? Do you feel like in the family you're expected to be the strong one? Share how you feel. Share your thoughts below. I want to get to know you guys better. I'm new to this YouTube thing. And, you know, I just want to see what you guys think about this topic. As an educator, I remember one year when I worked at Head Start, I had a student who was 4 years old, and his dad was the apple of his eye, and his father had passed away. I won't go into what happened, but then up here I had the same experience, and being an educator who lost my parents young, it still was difficult to watch those children navigate the new normal of being without their father, and they were both males. You know, I feel like kids need their mother and their father. I don't care if you're male or female, but with males, it's just certain things that a woman can't teach a man. And yes, you can have a village for your child. You can have different men in your family that step up to the plate. But at the end of the day, the loss is still the loss, and it's still it leaves a void. And I feel like sometimes we expect, the same way we expect adults to bounce back, we expect children to bounce back, and I just don't feel like that's right. I was going to show y'all something, but I don't know what I did with it, so I can't show you in this video. I'll show you in the next video. But I wanted to share some good news with you guys, but I need that one piece of it. So until I can locate it, I won't be able to share that. But trust me, it's going to be something that you're going to want to see. Another thing I wanted to ask y'all, when we're talking about grief, do y'all miss the sitcoms that used to come on when we were kids? Like, I'm an 80s baby. I don't know how many of y'all are 80s babies, but that was growing up in the 80s and the 90s was a different time. It was fun times. We didn't have to worry about the stuff the kids have to worry about today. Parents didn't have to worry about the stuff parents have to worry about today. And teachers didn't have to worry about stuff teachers have to worry about today. It's just a different time. But what was your favorite sitcom? I struggle with that because I used to like watching Tuesday night, and I think it was Thursday night, and then TGIF. And, you know, we had the Cosby Show, A Different World. We had Martin and Living Single. We had New York Undercover. There was a lot of shows that came on that really resonated with me growing up, because it was like real black families on the TV screen. Didn't necessarily look like my family because my mom died when I was 7, as I shared. So we were in a single family or single parent household. But, you know, looking at Martin and Living Single, that was more towards my young, well, that reality was more towards my young adult life. And when I look back at those reruns today, because they still play, I'm like, if I had to compare myself to one of the characters on Living Single, I couldn't just pick one, because Maxine is the who you would want to be, when, and because she was so bold, yet she was successful, and you know, she took care of herself, but she was very outspoken, very bold. She told it like it was. You either took it or you left it. It was a take it or leave it situation. And she was, you know, unapologetically who she was. I see now that her and Sinclair have a podcast that they started. Has anybody watched that yet? Chad, I'm just sitting here looking out the window, taking these braids out, talking to y'all. Sometimes looking out my window is interesting. It's comedy, because there's different kinds of neighbors out here. You know, the police was across the street talking to one of the neighbors not too long ago, and I was like, oh, what did he do? I live in a very nice upscale neighborhood. It's very nice around here. It's different than how I grew up, because I grew up in the city and I now live in the suburbs. But you know, I just wanted to get on here and have a sit down talk with y'all, because I haven't done that. And I am going to work out later. I don't need to cook because y'all saw yesterday that I cooked, so there are leftovers. And we are going out for Mother's Day with the after going to church, we are going to, I forget the name of the restaurant, but we have reservations. Child, let me tell you, if you don't have reservations for tomorrow and you were going out, I feel bad for you, because you are going to be waiting, because Mother's Day and Easter are like the two busiest times for restaurants, and the wait time can be up to 2 hours. So if you didn't make that reservation, y'all might want to eat in or go to a bed and breakfast somewhere, because child, God bless. But anyway, I'm going to finish braiding my hair, and I will probably more than likely do a video of me washing it. I don't know yet, because I want to wash it in my sink, but because my hair, as you can see, is shorter than it's been in a long time. But it has grown since I had these braids. You can't see it, but I can see it. So, alright y'all, it's been real. I just ask that you guys would like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Join the family. I am trying to grow this channel. I am stepping out into a new thing. I'm sharing more of my life. I'm going to be doing clean with me's, cook with me's. I'm going to be doing my hair situations. I call it a situation because I'm always doing something different with my hair. I don't know. I'm indecisive with my hair. Workout videos, probably some yard work, some sit down with me. I'm in 2025, I have made a vow to myself that nothing beats a failure but a try. And there's no excuses. So if I want to get on here and I want to share as a means of therapy for myself, that's what I'm going to do. It's okay. If people like it, that's great. If they don't like it, that's fine too. But I would really like to build a community. So again, subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that post notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a video. It has been nice talking to you guys. Drop down in the comments some things you guys might want to see from me. Any questions or concerns you can drop in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.